Hey everybody, Pro Trader Mike in the Mojo Show right now. It's Monday, October 17th, around 11:30. And it's the start of a Monday. It was a rocky start in the morning with the trading, but we sold for some losses and moved on. Some people were able to, some people didn't. So here we got the topic of today's show is we're going to hit Cramer with the Firehose. If you have no idea what that means now, you will at the end. So let me show you what happened. This morning, Twitter was up at, and he did one of the last announcements right here on the news. If you look at, let's go to the news, TWTR, right here. Cramer reputation for handling trolls, blames for this, and Cramer won't even check his tweets and his mentions today because what's next for Twitter? He talks right here about manipulating the market and this and that, and he's just what he says here today in this video. Let me go to this right here. Let me mute this while it's while I show you this. So right here, let's go to my video player and bring this thing down. And right here, let's scroll back to the beginning. And let's take a listen to what Jim Cramer says many years ago about what he does. And he says he's not compensated, he don't make no money, he doesn't have to, but his elite, just like Hillary Clinton, she don't make no money, but the Clinton Foundation sure does. Same sort of thing. Listen.
Again, today we have the misdirection for futures. Futures trading up market as of right now.
Hold on, I gotta change my speaker. Hold on a second.
And it makes it so that they're less likely to pay up. Right. Well, October 27th is when we get earnings from Twitter, and Benioff quoted by the FT.
I got to close here.
We're done. Amazing. After he advertised loud and clear that they were interested for quite some time, and they were interested as soon ago as.
This is Bob Pisani right here. He uses him. You'll see. It's called the Pisani effect.
Was he surprised at the vitriol he received from his own shareholder base? Yes, from Cadet Flight. Now, other people will look because I said something negative about Twitter, which therefore makes me public enemy number one. So you're saying
see, he says something negative about him because he's short and he wants to drive the stock down in order to cover it. He says, yeah, I don't do that.
I want Twitter down. I don't want Twitter down. But that's what people are going to say. And that's part of the problem. I mean, if you're anybody who has a big following and you say anything controversial, the haters will drive out. That's Christian's law. And this is one of the things that they were carrying. No doubt. I had it too.
He's so cavalier about it. It's incredible.
Yeah. Questioning our integrity or whatever. Yeah, it's like, Cramer was, by the way, we can't own stock.
Yeah, we can't own stocks. Questioning our integrity. Okay, he finds it tiresome. Well, what about this video? It's like Trump saying that thing and then, 30 years ago, all this stuff comes out. So let's show you this right here. Let me show you right here. It's called the Pisani effect. He works with Bob Pisani. Watch.
Welcome to Wall Street Confidential. I'm Aaron Task, joined again by Jim Cramer. Jim, welcome. Good to see you.
I'm not going to play it in the room. Let me play it on YouTube instead. It's louder.
Welcome to Wall Street Confidential. I'm Aaron Task, joined again by Jim Cramer. Jim, welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. For economic data today, I want to talk about something else first. Again, today we have the misdirection from the futures. Futures pointing up market, and as of right now, it's actually down again. Is this just because it's the holiday period that we're seeing this?
You know, a lot of times when I was short at my hedge fund, when I was positioned short, meaning I needed it down, I would create a level of activity beforehand that could drive the futures. It doesn't take much money. Similarly, if I were long and I would want to make things a little bit rosy, I would go in and take a bunch of stocks and make sure that they're higher, and maybe commit $5 million in capital to do it, and I could affect it. What you're seeing now is it probably is bigger market. Now maybe you need $10 million capital to knock the stuff down, but it's a fun game and it's a lucrative game. You can move it up and then fade it. That's all often creates a very negative feel. So let's say you take a longer term view intraday, and you say, listen, I'm going to boost the futures, and then when the real sellers come in, real market comes in, they're going to knock it down. It's going to create a negative view. That's a strategy probably worth doing.
So they did that with Twitter this morning. He created this negative effect right here with 1690 pre-market right here, $17, and he drove it down to a new yearly low of 1643, created the fake market, put in all that stock, and now it's going back up. He's a big fraud.
There's so many more hedge funds today than when you were managing your hedge fund. Do you think that does that exacerbate the moves, or is it
the hedge funds are positioned long short, okay, not just long with mutual funds. So it's really vital these next 6 days because of your payday. You've really got control of the market. You can't let it lift. When you get a research in motion, it's really important to use a lot of your firepower to knock that down because it's the fulcrum of the market today. So let's say I was short. What I would do is I would hit a lot of guys with Brim. Now, you can't ferment. That's a violation of Premarket. You can't foment. You can't create yourself an impression that a stock's down. But you do it anyway because the SEC doesn't understand it. So
see, he does it anyway because the SEC doesn't even understand it. He's such a manipulator, fraud.
It's not up a lot. You really have to do a lot now to save itself. So this is different from what I was talking about at the beginning where I would be buying the keys and stuff. This is actually just a blatantly illegal. But when you have 6 days and your company may be down because you're down, I think it's really important to ferment, if I were one of these guys, ferment the impression that research in motion isn't really good because research in motion is the key to it. So, you hit this guy and that guy.
So he wants to make it look like it's bad because it's really good. And that's what he's doing. That's why it's back up to 70 and change.
What's called, if I wanted to go higher, I'd take a bid, take a bid, take a bid. And if I wanted to go lower, I'd hit an offer, hit an offer, hit an offer. And I could get a stock like RIM for maybe, that might cost me 15, 20 million, Andy, to knock RIM down. But it would be fabulous because it would lead to all the moron longs who are also keen on research in motion. So we're seeing that. That's, again,
the moron longs, the deplorables.
It's really important to defeat research in motion. You get the Pisanis of the world, people talking about it as if there's something wrong with RIM.
It's called the Pisani effect. He works with Jim Pisani on CNBC.
Call the journal, you get the Bozo report on research in motion, you feed that there's a Palm's got a killer it's going to give away. These are all the things you must do on a day like today. If you're not doing it, you should be doing it. Okay.
Another stock that I'm looking for, focus on.
See? And that's what the guy does right there. So just a big manipulation. We saw on Friday where the stock's headed. The stock is headed today to 1738. You'll see the low. Imagine the low of 1642 and the high 1742. It goes through the 38. It closes up towards the high. You say, oh, point range. That's normal on the stock every day. And tomorrow we see it up another range from 1722 to 1847. And then the next day we see it from 1805 maybe to 1980, and then it's a magnet to $20, or it gets bought out in the meantime. And he just did an effective job of manipulation and getting stock down cheap and seeing if everyone got scared of Cramer and they lost their stock because of him. Right here. So this is the, let me show you you know, it's Halloween, we know that, but it's also, I don't know if you got scared out of your stock or not, but boo, boo. Did I scare you out of your Twitter stock?
No!
Good. Hope you didn't, because that's just a big fraud and manipulation. So let's go back into the screen share. So we're all still in it. Let me show you what happened this morning. We took some losses in trading. We came in this morning on Groupon and Twitter. Twitter, we're still in. We bought and we made money on it. It was 1663 average. We're in the 70s. We bought Omer and it did not work. Omer was a stop loss at 795 and we got stopped out at 795. So right there, Omer filled 827. Omer, we got faked out with Twitter right here with a green giant right off the bat. So Cramer came in, created an illusion of a big market with one bar and sufficiently drove the stock down on 500,000 shares to bring in 9 million shares of some cheap stock so they can cover their short and then drive it back up. It's just the biggest manipulation. And for him to say he doesn't have anything to do with it and his people is the biggest bull crap. So we bought Groupon and we sold that for a 4-cent loss from 521 to 517. It went to 511. I said there's going to be one stock out of the group that comes back at 511, 512, and that was Groupon. So right here, Groupon came back to 525. And Twitter is now 74. So we're going to see a beautiful move right through the top of this 80. This is artificial. This was fluff. This was called Cramer fluff. That's fluff, the fluffinator. It's Cramer fluffinator. So this is fluff. So that's Cramer's fluff. And here's Cramer's nutter. We'll make his nutter a little bit lower than his fluff because he's all whacked. So there's his nut. Okay? And there's this fluffer nutter. We can't get graphic on that one. So let's go Twitter on the 5-minute. Here we go. So this is what's happening here. Let's take this. And these are right here. Let's see if you can see what I'm drawing. And then you have right here, this is just all white. And then you have different color. We need like solid gray. And there's the house. Okay. And here is pole number 1. Here is number 2, number 3, number 4, and then you have this going through it right here, which is the line. And then you got the chairs. This is the chair lift. It's taking us right up the mount tone. Then you have the wire going across the top. I'm the worst cartoon drawer, but if a kid drew this, that's what it would be like. There's the mountains in the background, coming out of the thing, riding up on the chairlift. Just, it's a long little ride. Wait till we get to the top right here. When we're on the top, then we'll get up there and we really start to get going. Right now, you look at it and say, damn, it doesn't even move in like anything. But when it gets up above 17, it'll go like this: 1704, 1714, 1724 in 1 minute. In 1 minute. Then it'll go from 24 and it'll go test 18 bucks. It'll be the darling of Wall Street. And today, it's the pariah of Wall Street. And if you look at the Red Cross savior, Warren Buffett says, when everyone's fearful, you got to come in and buy. So I'm just curious, where do most people own Twitter in your swing? Or where? Do you own it at 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, or 16, 50? A big range. Big range. Show you these options right here. These are the Friday $17 calls. They're 40 cents. Someone's willing to give you $17.40 on Friday. 70 cents from here. Or go out next Friday, you get $1. $18 sale price. You want to forego the buyout, lock yourself into 18 right there. Anything above 18 you don't get, but you get your 18. You want to go 18? Next week, 18.70 right here. Lock yourself in on an 18.70 sale price for next Friday. Options are 70 cents. You want 18.50? Go more? Right here. This will give you a $19 sale price by next Friday. You want to go higher? This will give you $19.50 sale price, $19 strike for next Friday. You want to go higher? This will give you a $20 sale price, the $19.50 strike for $50. Right here. This is the $19.50 for $40, gives you a $19.90 sale price. You want to go higher? This gives you at the end of the month a $20.75 sale price. This one gives you a $21.25 sale price. And now it's at $16.70. So there's some premium in them options. So that's the story with that. There's a lot of controversy. Everyone has their own opinion on the Twitter. And let me show you something. Research pays off. You cannot play foolery on the Mojo. Watch.
No, 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 no.
October turned me into a zombie. My portfolio's dead. Agreed. My last pick is dead. No brains. We must go follow Pro Trader Mike. He has the brains. 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 Let me show you this beautiful chart. This chart demonstrates right here the crash of 2000. This is a cool chart. So here's the crash of 2000. And the market went all the way up like this and then started its descending orderly downturn into the crash. Whenever this line crossed the blue and the red, it crossed right here too. After this sick run, the crash of 2007 was there. And now here's the current one right here. They just crossed. So you're going to see a red flowing like this. The next crash is now. Be prepared, folks. You better have a good system for small cap stocks, a good ETF system, and some other great things. SoftBank and the Saudi Arabian prince, Maoshi Son, will be visiting Santa Clara, California, 40 miles from Twitter's headquarters on Tuesday, October 25th, before the earnings come out, to make a deal because Saudi Arabia and Saudi just announced a $100 billion tech fund. The Prince of Saudi Arabia owns already 5.2% of Twitter, okay? It's cheap. He's going there right now to California, okay? Twitter shares are down 51% since he said it's at the right price. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. You ready? 100 billion, brand new fund, already owns Twitter. Now the fund is worth 85 billion. And the leader on the top of the fund is Twitter. Thank you very much. If you don't get on your ass, Google, you're done. You know why? Because you're going to have to pay for your Firehose out the ass. MOJO Day Trading, okay? You're going to have to pay for your Firehose out your ass. What are you talking about, Mike? What the hell is a Firehose? Let me show you. Google doesn't pay for the Twitter Firehose. Hey, when all these stocks are coming at you and they all look the same, what are you going to do? Which one's different? Right here, the one in the black top. That's how it's different. Okay? There's a perfect spot for Google and YouTube and Twitter. Perfect. Read that. Sick. Okay? I ain't joking. Read that. Then you got, here's, no, watch. No, 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 no. Let me show you the story. Jack Dorsey, yes, he could merge Square and Twitter, but that's not what he's doing. $100 billion tech fund right here, SoftBank. Thank you. Okay, just watch. Another piece of the puzzle is coming. Google just bought Apogee for $625 million for cloud database server and management. Okay, they just bought Famebit, which is a perfect influencer marketing platform. 5-way Google's going to take advantage of Twitter. Twitter, this alone right here, the win against Facebook is worth 3 points. The NFL deal, Twitter live streams, the deal that they got over Facebook for the NFL is worth 3 points on the stock. There is no question about it. Okay, I did a search on MOJO Day Trading on Google, and my tweet, I'll do a tweet right now, watch. So I'm going to do a tweet right now. This is my MOJO Show test. Watch. MOJO Show test of the Firehose. Watch the Firehose. They don't pay anything. Could you imagine what Twitter could charge Google for the Firehose? Watch. So I do a search on MOJO Day Trading. My last one was 26 minutes ago. Watch. Watch when I refresh. It should say my new one. Hold on. Let's do a Google MOJO Day Trading. I think 28 minutes ago. Last time it refreshed. it gives me 4 tweets. So this is the Firehose. There's a hose going from Twitter to Google, and it's free. It's free. Just like when Google bought YouTube and YouTube was bleeding and had nothing, they couldn't monetize, and they did advertising. YouTube videos, first blog posts were ranked the highest 5 years ago. Then the videos and then the images came, then the videos came, and now social media. So if you go to the next page, you'll see my images from MOJO Day Trading. If you go to the next page, you'll see videos from MOJO Day Trading, okay, on the next page. And that's how it works. So they have more importance on the tweets right up here. And you tell me with the sponsored ads, they're going to you want to get your tweet for your business up in the search and be found. All right, it's going to cost you money. So Google is the perfect fit. And if Google doesn't buy them now and they don't start charging for the Firehose, they're so stupid, it's ridiculous. So here's Google and the Twitter Firehose. Watch. Here, everything you need to know about the Google and Twitter partnership. Google and Twitter recently reached a deal that once again gave Google access to Twitter's Firehose. Okay, what does this get? The partnership means Google will now have access to the stream of tweets known as the Firehose. The Firehose sprays 9,000 tweets per second into the Ethernet of the internet, as Google didn't have to index enough information. In the old world, Google used to crawl Twitter in order to pull relevant tweets from search. That didn't work well. Try to crawl a velocity of 8,000 tweets per second, you'll find out why. If Google did try to crawl Twitter at the appropriate rate, Twitter might very well crumple in a heat of melt to serve down. Instead, Google now has complete access to the Firehose. Why would Google want to cozy up with Twitter? Because Google's all about information, and preferably timely information, which Twitter gets. Users aren't satisfied with the information that it's 4 hours old. They want it in seconds, and Twitter, that's why it was invented. When Google was a NASDAQ startup, its founders wrote down 10 things. Topping the list is focus on the user, and everything else will follow. The hair on your arms should be standing up right now. I have such a winner for you. Okay, this is what's going on behind the scenes. Okay, with such statements, airily dismissed jargony of corporate mission statements, Google has a pretty darn good job of abating by them. A quick glance at the Google-Twitter mashup as such an alignment. It's about users. It's fast. It's information. It's a pretty damn good idea. What's in it for Twitter? It's all about the massive exposure on a global scale. Twitter isn't exactly a backwater social media site. They're big. Unfortunately, they've also lost the grip on their once wayward start. So they're going to be monetized by Google. In 2013, blah, 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 Facebook, Twitter, they're going to be moving on up, folks. The more visitors Twitter gets, the better. They're leading the election. They're leading football. You want to go do that? Amazing. Check this out. You want to see something? I was swimming in Hawaii this weekend. Check it out. You go on Periscope, okay? Periscope. You go to the map right here, and it shows you all over the world who is on live. So you want to go to Hawaii, anywhere, you got it. Here's the list. The most beautiful place in the world right now. Look at these people. These people are in Nova Scotia. We're right there with them. When could you ever do that? Look, I love it. Interactive, live. You're walking on the rocks in Nova Scotia, right at the ocean. Look at that. What's up, bro?
No, it's not Peggy's Cove. I was at Peggy's Cove yesterday. This is Duncan's Cove.
Look at that rock. This is Duncan's Cove. Dude, I was swimming, doing body surfing in Hawaii over the weekend in the surf. It was sick.
The water was coming up this far, yo. I might have to back up still.
Look at that.
Who the fuck is Duncan? Don't kill me.
I'll tell them, look, you're live.
Holy shit.
You're live on the MOJO show.
Boys.
Look. You're live on the MOJO show.
Real quick.
See?
We're having a real good time out here. Shout out to Halifax and shout out to everyone we met this trip. One thing about trips with me is no matter where it is, I go, like, I've been in a few places, and usually, like, I get homesick and I'm trying to go home in, like, 2 nights, 3 nights, no matter how, like, crazy we went out, did all this, whatever. But, like, this is, like, the first trip that I could easily stay longer, like, easily. We've already been here for, like, 4 days, so shout out to Halifax. I'm loving it. It might just be a Canada vibe because I don't know.
Halifax. I've never been there, huh? Now you're there.
What up to you guys to show you what's going on.
Beautiful sunny day.
That is just fucked right now. I'm getting. I don't even want to see that bill. But anyways, guys, thank you for hopping in the Periscope. And you can expect a few videos about Halifax on our channels.
Like it. Feel my heart.
So look out for those. Anyways. Thank you guys for coming in the Periscope, you know.
See, that's amazing. Exploring right here, taking a hike. Look at this one. Exploring and taking a hike. Look at those trees. Beautiful, red, greens. Dude, I was in a wolf den yesterday. The guy was training wolves. It's the best, man. Let's see what else they got. You can categorize it. So you got like, you could do a search and you can do sports. Like at the FSU game, I was in my car and a guy was at the FSU game and I was watching the FSU game through his feed. It's amazing. The wave of the future. So Periscope and Twitter, that's the same company. You tell me that guy's video, everyone wouldn't want to watch that when it came on. They just don't know about it. And when they search Nova Scotia on Twitter, on Google, that video is going to come up live right on the Google. Okay? The eyeballs. Twitter loves virality, and sometimes Twitter and Google feed into the stream of human consciousness. In 2009, Google and Twitter had their first rendezvous. Twitter was a young, inexperienced, back then 3 years old, and enamored by more of the mature Google, okay? As soon as the relationship started, Google unleashed something called real-time search, and search on its way of being awesome, competent with tweets and other instant information right along your search queries. It died when Twitter partnership went down in flames in 2011. The partnership fizzled out due in part in Twitter's growing pains. Ali Rojani, Twitter CEO, reported that as a desire to keep content proprietary to its users, but that's the old days. That was when they were little boys. Okay, the partnership arrangement bit the dust, but now what's going to happen? Google and Twitter are ready to light it up again. Both companies have grown, matured, and are ready for some long-term and serious marketing power. Twitter is the quintessential real-time news feed. It's generated controversial essence. It's the power of the future. So where are the tweets? Keep waiting. It could take a while. This article was written, but now they're there. I just showed them to you. Twitter followers are less important. Who's going to see the tweets in a Google search? Anyone who searches on Google. In other words, users don't need to be following you on Twitter to see your tweets. Instead, tweets enter the public searchable domain of Google. Okay? Social search is bigger than ever. Google Plus is gone. They failed on Google Plus. So Google's tottering social platform has nothing to fuel its growth. Twitter will fuel its growth. So what should you do now? Wait. Q2 and Q3, Google, feature, use Twitter, okay? Twitter's 1685 right now, folks. I'll just keep on talking about it. Let me show you Twitter right here. So this is my database. I'm going to show you Twitter right now. You ain't going to believe this. Okay? You watch my analysis on Twitter. Cramer. You ready? Watch. 707 million in the float, 21% owned by mutual funds, growth rate 14 cents from a loss of 6. Phenomenal at a $70 stock. 40 cents in 2015, 50 cents in 2016, $53 stock. 58 cents this year, putting the company at an all-time record in earnings per share. And where is the stock? At $16.83. Growth rate phenomenal. Earning 10 cents per share. Earning 16 cents per share, a 900% increase, a 33% increase. Earning 15 cents per share, a 114% increase. Earning 13 cents per share, a 86% increase. Next quarterly earnings on 10/27 or 10/25 when they come out. Here they are, folks. You ready? Going up against 10 cents versus 10. They just did 13, 15, and 16. Let's say they do 14. 14 versus 10 is a huge increase. Now earning 602 million, 594 and 710. Let's say they do 650 because that's what they're expecting versus 569 is a huge increase. Okay, they got the NFL. Look at Facebook right now. Their MAUs, monthly average users, stock's at $110 a share. This stock is 16. Look at the fundies. Look at the fundies. New CEO, 250, 600, 900, 33, 100, 88 in Barron's. Okay? I don't got to tell you this thing's a big winner. It is a big winner. You just got to be patient and let them play their hand. If it was so easy, everyone would do it. Who in my room sold Twitter above 25 when I told you doing the swing that one time? Who did that? Anyone? There you go. So look at it now. It's 1683. It's got a, this is what I showed you. This is the ski slope. Look at the ski slope, folks. We're freaking rocking, baby. Rail grind me out. I'm entering the 15-minute rail grind right now on Twitter. Enter me into the 15-minute rail grind right now. Okay? Mojo, don't make a move out of 15-minute rail grind. And it just started. Okay? That's what I gotta say right there. Big winner. Average Twitter, 1663. I told you we'd be up 20 cents. I told you exactly it would do this. Exactly. Right here, look. Even now on Twitter. Sold half. That's it. Told you. Told you. VRX is rocking. We only picked 3 stocks today. Omer we lost on. Groupon we lost on, 4 cents. Then we won on VRX. Insane, right off this bottom into that top. It was insane. Right there, check it out. 21.90, watch. VRX, here it goes, 21.80. And then I'll show you CTRV. VRX 82, VRX 90. Yeah, so check it out. Look at CTRV. We bought it at 205 to 10 with risking 3 cents. So CTRV, we bought it at 205. right here. Here's the pick this morning. Check it out. So we buy it at 205 right here. That's my pick. Risk $2 right there. So the stock goes up, and we sold it right there. So we sold it and bought it. And then look what it did. It went from 220 to 250. Went another 30 cents. Incredible, huh? We traded this stock to 2 cents, RLGE. We traded Groupon, we lost 4 cents. Omer, we got stopped out at 7.95. We lost on Omer. But we made money on UVXY. We made money on Twitter. We made money on VRX. We made money on CTRV. So some people may have lost money today. Some people may have made money today. Let's take a look. Did the poll earlier, people lost. Now it's later, 12:19. And we got saved with the Twitter. Going to the end, so that's that end button. We got 11 is 12. It's going right to the end when I press that. 12, 30. We traded UVXY, PRX, CRTV, RLJE, Groupon, Homer. It's 10:17. It's now 12:30. 1685 on Twitter. It's going to 90. Beautiful move on the twit. Let's see what we have right here. 5 people have made $1 to $500. 2 people have made $1 to $2,000. 1 person made money in the demo. 1 person lost money for real. 2 people are observing and watching. 6 people made $1 to $500. Nice. So the Firehose is free, and they need to charge for it. Okay, or get bought out, one of the two, because it's disgraceful. It's really disgraceful, if you ask me. Okay, that they have access to the Firehose and they're not paying for it. Does Google pay for Twitter's hose? Firehose. See, guys, I show you something new. I'm way ahead of everybody else. Twitter's API is NIP. Twitter's Firehose right here. Everything you need to know about Google. Google had access to the Firehose. February 4th agreement. 3.5 years after a similar agreement ended, it will make tweets easier to find. I mean, this is it, folks. The Firehose deal. How to exploit Twitter, Google's Firehose deal. Advantage of brands right here. Twitter's no doubt CEO Dick Costolo must be feeling pretty good about Twitter's. Who's this? Dick? Who's that? Jack Dorsey. Twitter is going to need some good news. A few years ago, Bridges hike, removing the Firehose, but now they got the Firehose. 3 years later, attracted by the MAUs. As you can see by the chart below, their base is meaningful. 288 million. They now have 350 million MAUs. Twitter's beginning to feel the pressure. Monthly MAUs, they're higher. Blah, 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 blah. That's not it. Yeah. Twitter and Google realize they need each other. See all this stuff, guys? It's all going to come back in the news. And when Google puts the power into this stock, it's going back to $20, and they better scoop it up right now and just pay 20 before they have to pay 25 again, where it was last week, where we sold over $25. Okay? Twitter is a very different company than the one that canceled the deal in 2011. For one thing, it's generating substantial amounts of revenue from its promoted tweets and other advertising features. Investors appreciate overall growth as engaging and rather underwhelming. It's, in other words, generating some kind of boost from later probability. And Twitter's now 90, going through 17, just turned positive on the day. Everyone's listening to my video. Okay? Twitter spent so much of last year trying to convince Wall Street. Yeah, I'm convincing Wall Street. Okay? Mojo is. It's 90 now. It's 90 now. It's 90. Mojo. It's freaking 90. I'm so glad I trade by myself. It's amazing. I'm so happy I trade by myself. So happy. Oh, Lobster's here. Oh, call a couple of guys in here. You making money? Nice. Yeah, my guys. See, I thought I was by myself. So it's like, I can go, let me see if anyone's surfing or anything on Periscope. Yeah, you should follow me on Periscope. You want me to make the Periscope right here? I'll make a show right now. We'll do the show. I should have done this one on Periscope. So this is the Mojo show. Scoping it. So let's see here. I'm going to go live. So you go live. So this is the Mojo show. It's called Scope. Scoping it. Like I'm on Periscope, it's called Scope. So here we go. Hey everybody, Pro Trader Mike. I'm live on Periscope right now, talking about how great Twitter is in relation to Periscope. We were just watching this guy in St. Croix, and I was surfing this weekend with a guy in Hawaii, body surfing. You go into Periscope and then you go into the maps or the list, and you could find the greatest people doing nature walks, showing stock trading, talking about this and that, and it's all live, fed directly into Twitter and YouTube and Google. There you go. Scoping is where it's at. I'm going to be a live broadcaster on Periscope. They just created a live broadcast, so I'm going to be doing that. And right here, we were just doing a lot of talking about Twitter's back in Google search because both sides realize they need each other. So I invite the 13 people that are now have just come live on my Periscope to watch my video that I made today intensely. If you really want the inside nitty gritty on Twitter and what's going on. And right here, if Google buys Twitter, there's a perfect spot for it on YouTube. It just fits in perfectly. That was on September 26th. They have the Firehose, which is the main big thing. And they better come in before SoftBank, which already owns 5.2% of Twitter, this Prince of Saudi Arabia, who's coming to see Twitter on the 25th before the earnings come out, makes a deal with them and scoops them up for $20 a share. Google will be charged for the Firehose at that particular point. What is the Firehose? It's this. So when I do a search for MOJO Day Trading, this comes up right here, my tweets, my top 5 tweets, pulled in real time. They used to have to crawl for that. They don't charge any money for this. So eventually, like YouTube, that'll be incorporated into the search of Google, and Google will make and monetize Twitter into one of the biggest money-making machines off one of the largest MAU bases, which is monthly average users, in the entire freaking world. You better believe it. So I really, now there's more people live coming on watching my 30 people live. So this is going to be my daily thing right here. I'm moving off of YouTube because not enough people come live. It doesn't go public. When I do a scope, anybody in the world could see me go live. It's really cool. So Twitter's back in Google because both sides realize they need each other. Okay, this is the deal, folks. So I really want to thank you for checking out my scope. I'll do more and more of these as we go, but I've done my show for too long today. I want to get back to my trading, and let's watch the Twitter go through 17.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Well, yes.
Now, since everyone's in agreement, it's at 1690. Here it is. Let's see this baby go right through, okay? I'll put it up right here. You can watch the level 2 right now. Scoping is where it's at, absolutely. So I do my Mojo Day Trade show. I have my room right here. We have about 80 traders in the room today that have traded with us. If you're interested, I have a free trial to the Mojo Day Trade room right here. If you go to my website, mojodaytrading.com, and you click here, free trial. There's no risk. You can either try out the swing trade newsletter and or the day trade room for a week. I don't care. Come by and trade with me. That'd be cool. Let me take a look at my swings. Here's what I'm doing with the swings. So anybody watching for the swing trade newsletter, with the current market conditions and what I just showed you with the market and my analysis from the newsletter this weekend, I'm creating a list of stocks that range from 25 cents to $13, and the range of what you like in your portfolio, you can maneuver however you'd like around that. It's beautiful that the Dow's down 45 and Twitter's rocking, folks. It's really nice. So we have IMNP is right now on 1.2 million shares at 25 cents. We have STAF at 114. Here's the daily charts. Okay, let me show you. So I'm looking at STAF to make a rebound from right here. See the daily chart? IMNP, I'm looking for it to make, it's in a little cup right now. I'm looking for it to make a move above this and make a nice green above that. Okay, we are looking at MDSI, not in this stock, but I'm looking for it, if it does, to trigger up above into this. These are all triggers. We're not buying every one. They have to go in a certain direction. Fuel, we're not buying until 270, until it gets up here. We're not buying until it gets all the way up to there. Socket, we're waiting, it hasn't done anything. See those 2 bars though? Someone bought big. Jive Software hasn't done anything. Up and down. Zixi hasn't done anything. CLST hasn't broken out and done anything out of its zone. These are all trigger picks. Same thing with this, same thing with this, and same thing with that. So the picks are out. You monitor and you take whichever ones you like, in addition to the ones that are in the current portfolio. And you have a nice list of all amazing stocks that should do well in the market, up or down. Whether the market goes down, they should hold, and when the market goes up and stays the same, they do well. So that's the deal with that. So we're live on Periscope. We're going to end that so I can come back as a broadcaster. So Pro Trader Mike off Periscope signing off. Peace. Keep it profitable. That's done. I scoped it. So I love Periscope. Let's take a look and see if there's any like cool stuff like in Hawaii or anything. Painting. Are there any paint? Let's go to travel. Art, talk. Let's go to here. St. Michael's Mount. Look at this one. This is in England.
Was it you, Cupcakes?
In England.
Let's start using the word indeed more. I like it. Waves are rolling in, everyone.
He's in England. Look.
Yeah, so that's Joy. Where are you, Joy? I can't see you typing anything.
You're on the Mojo show.
Joy. So Joy, we're looking at an island.
An island.
Joy's visually impaired, so she can't see very well or very little. So I'll just explain to Joy what we're looking at. Joy, we're looking at an island that's, when the tide's in, you can only reach it by boat. When the tide's out, you can actually walk out there. The last time I went out was by boat with Naxi, who's also in this scope. And there's Joy, everyone. Give me the purple hearts, the leaves, very autumnal.
You can hear the wind.
Nice old Land Rover here, guys. Look. Proper old farming one, that is. All galvanised. They're going to start making them again. They stopped and then they're going to start again. Miami Heat, hey, how's it going? Hello, 1514. You need a name, change that number. It's too complicated. Unless it's your phone number. Maybe it is. So guys, here at Mount Zion, we're near Penzance and we're looking at
Mojo.
St. Michael's Mount there, guys.
See Pro Trader Mike?
No, Michelle. Joy, it's not. This is in Cornwall in England, Joy.
England.
Trump is Hillary's mate. Yeah, I think it's curtains for Trump. In other words, it's game over. I think.
How cool is that, huh? Pacific Beach walking. This is in walking on the beach in Pacifica Beach in California. Live. That's Cali. Beautiful day. Here's Teddy Bear Park in Lima, Oklahoma. Teddy Bear Park in Lima, Oklahoma. You can travel anywhere, dude. It's sick and be right there with them. Isn't that amazing, man? Isn't that amazing? That's the future. So Pro Trader Mike showing everybody what's really going on. I'll see you tomorrow for the Mojo Show. Peace. Take it easy.